is that I hate men.
I became a stripper at 18 or 19 years old.
I have an ATM between my legs and I'm just using it. All I gotta do is put my card in and that's it. And put the PIN number and boom, money just comes right out.
Where would we go on our first date?
I usually go to the gym for the first date.
Today officially makes 1 month since I quit working at the strip club after 10 years of being a spicy dancer.
I quit my full-time job to become a full-time stripper.
How many guys you knocking down on spring break? Because it seems like you're just going wild.
It's going pretty
How
crazy.
many guys you knocked down?
We lost count after like 12.
You lost count after 12 guys? See, this is why a lot of dudes don't want to settle down and get married, right? She done got ran through by the time you get to her. She gonna tell you some sad sob story, and I'm quite sure you guys have heard before. Oh, my ex, he was a cheater, and he was this, he was narcissistic. I only been with 3 or 4 guys in my life. They be lying. These women can hook up with 12 guys in a week. It's crazy as it is, man. Don't trust these women's words. Here's the thing, they'll tell you, oh, we got to get to know each other. Or I don't give it up that fast. I don't do that stuff right away. I'm not that type of girl. They're lying.
12 guys on spring break.
Yeah.
How many more guys you knocking down?
On a regular weekend, I'd probably say 3.
3 guys a weekend?
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
If you had significant IQ and skill set, you'd be able to go into the marketplace and earn a good income such that you didn't have to do that. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge. You didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you're paid for and your so you market that to earn money.
But wait, there's more.
There's no pro when it comes to dating a woman who does work.
Very strong. Make a lot of money. Like they could have a lot of time together. I mean, there's a lot of freedom.
Who should pay on the first date?
Who should pay on the first date?
Who should pay on the first date?
A man.
Should a man be a provider?
Yes.
Your money's irrelevant.
My money's mine.
Great, but so you just made the argument that, well, she makes a lot of money, therefore that will be to some benefit to the man. But the fact of the matter is, women don't share their resources with men.
I think some women do.
You just said you want men to pay on the first date, so even from the jump, you guys don't share your resources with men. So look, the reality is, when it comes to the money, right, the reality is that's why men aren't, quite frankly, are not interested in your career, your education, your success, your ambition, your whatever, your money, because you guys we don't reap any sort of benefit from it. And then just on an evolutionary hold on from an evolutionary biological level, we don't even find it attractive on that level. But on a purely practical level, girls don't pay for first dates, girls don't take us on trips, so we don't give a about it. It's good
a lot
for
of girls
you.
too. A lot of girls too.
If you consider yourself a person that would never date an SW worker, an OF girl, or anything like that, I'm going to tell you why you should change your mind.
Oh, hell no!
What are some moves that you should avoid doing? Number 1 is the horse leg.
The negative side of being a stripper. Here we go. So surprisingly, I'd say number 1 is the money. I know you're gonna think like, what does she mean? The money is good. Yes, the money can be good, but then sometimes it's not good. There's nights you can make 1,000, 2,000, and then there's nights you make nothing. So every single night you are dealing with like a roller coaster of emotion, like, oh my God, am I gonna be able to afford this? Am I gonna be able to afford that?
I need you guys to stop thinking that being a stripper is easy. I know you guys see all the money that is being posted on social media, and social media is glamorizing that fuck.
Is that a cat, a Siamese cat, I think, licking her scalp? Come on, man.
Out of it right now, but being a stripper is hard. It's dangerous, and there's a lot of negative things that go along with being a dancer.
I don't want to be a stripper no more. And before y'all be like, what? For everybody that sees the money that dancers make and be like, I'm gonna switch occupations. Y'all, I swear to Jesus Christ, big toe, if I could really just undo being a stripper today, I would.
A lot of women, they quit their full-time jobs and they stop going to school and say, okay, I want that quick, fast money, right? I'm gonna put on something tight. I'm gonna be basically 95% unclothed, and hopefully I get $1,000 every single time I go in there. No, like, keep your full-time job. At least it got benefits. See, women, they don't think long-term for the most part, right? They want that quick, fast money. How can I get rich quick? They don't think about the repercussions of being a stripper, right? You don't get that vacation pay, that overtime, that holiday pay. You're relying on another thirsty, weak man, a spineless loser, to throw singles and 20s at you, and hopefully you get 100 out of that. Sad, man.
Okay, so here I am. Once again, the only dancer that showed up for the opening shift. So I am preparing myself mentally. This is how dead I was after opening. And I was so terrified. I'm like, what did I do? But I had to stick it out. I kept taking a lot of really quick breaks to just run the back room and freshen up because I was on stage so often. So I was like trying to snack. Stage shifts were really good because
that's what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's just say that's $20 right there. Come on, man. Is that worth it? $20? They pay what? Minimum wage is about $22, $23 an hour. Pointless, man. Waste of life.
I was the only person that they could tip, so they were tipping.
When you're a dancer, you're working in this kind of industry, you lead everybody to believe like, oh, I'm living my best life. I have all the money. I can go on all the trips. I can buy all the clothes. But how do you feel when the cameras go off, or you lay down to bed by yourself at night, or the drugs wear off? Like, if you're honest with yourself, you know that you're miserable inside and that those things aren't fulfilling you.
That's key right there, because I feel like the culture that we live in, they glorify it. They glamorize, the stripper life, and I'm not gonna lie, some nights were fun.
Yeah.
Until it wore off.
Yeah.
The caption says, me genuinely tweaking because I have to work an 8-hour shift tonight, dancing on gross men for me to afford a comfortable life being a single mom. Guys, when you go into these clubs, they think you're gross, you're sick, you're ill, because they know what type of man, what type of individual would just come in there and just throw their money, their hard-earned money at these. They see you as desperate, and women despise desperate, thirsty men. Stop going there. It's not worth it.
Strippers are the worst people to date. You never, ever date strippers seriously. Strippers naturally are liars. They have to lie to men all day, every day. And if you lie all day, every day, it becomes a part of your character. Whatever you're doing all day, every day is going to become a part of your character. Strippers are very manipulative, and they are liars. And it's bottom of the barrel hustling. If you think your stripper girl, or that stripper girl that you like, if you think she ain't you, out of your goddamn mind.
I remember sitting in my car crying my last day working as an exotic dancer. And I was telling myself, this is not how my story is gonna end.
The caption says, escaping exotic dancing, my story. Like somebody forced you to go in there and swing around that pole. See, women don't like to take accountability. They're always the victims. What are you escaping? You voluntarily put on those heels and put on that tight outfit just to try to make some money. Here's the thing. The reason why they be leaving a lot, I'm going to be real, is because they don't get the money that they're expecting, right? They be expecting thousands of dollars every time they go in there. No, you're going to be getting $20, $10, right? You ain't going to be getting that amount of money. And then they want to say, oh, I'm escaping. No, you just didn't make the money that you were expecting.
Because I would remember every time I went in there, it was just dark, the darkness, not just the ambiance of the room, but how it felt being there, full of drugs, alcohol, liquor, full of women, not an empowering space of women, full of women, full of competition. They don't want you to take their person, or just things like that. It was just a negative place. And I'm like, I can't do this my whole life. I know that I'm struggling. I know that I need help. And I know that I can't pay my rent this month. And I know that opportunities are not coming to me at all, even as hard as I try. But I can't keep doing this anymore. It got to a point where even the customers in the club were like, girl, this is not you anymore. What are you doing here, sis? What are you doing here, babe? You need to leave. Because my spirit was not for that place. And
on the job, I basically quit 3 months ago, calling me last night to tell me I'm fired. No, they didn't give me an explanation. Technically, they don't have to. If you have ever worked as a spicy dancer, you already know, bitch. You can get...
Wait a minute. You telling me she's a dancer and y'all thirsty men are throwing money at this chick? She is below average looking. Guys, listen, the thirst needs to stop. Have some sort of self-control.
Fired, and the clubs don't have to tell you why they fucking fired you. They don't have to give you an explanation at all. But in my opinion, the elephant in the room, the two things that it could have came down to is the fact that I've gained weight and I don't go to work.
When I was 18 years old, I took a trip to California with some friends and we went on Sunset Boulevard and we ended up going to a strip club. I had never been to a strip club before in my life, so my friends wanted to take me. And they say, Ian, don't fall in love with any strippers.
The caption says, I fell in love with a stripper, and this is his story.
I'm like, why would I fall in love with a stripper? Come on, guys. Well, I end up falling in love with a stripper. I don't know what it was, but I got like obsessed by the end of the night.
Well, for starters, you was 18. That's number one. Number two, women know us men are visual creatures. So they appeal to that. They can have that certain aura. They can appeal to that. They can, be your fantasy for that little time that you're in that club. This is how they get men obsessed. This is how they keep men coming back, because they put on this image, right? And this character, and they be what what your wife can't be or your girlfriend can't be. They be that sort of kinky, lustful type of chick. And then that's how men continue to come back. They have that little soft voice and, hey, baby, hi, how's it going? And everything like that. And you're like, oh, man, hey, you feel good in that little moment, right? It's like a dopamine hit for a lot of guys.
To me, I thought this was like the hottest girl on the planet and like it was my first love. I end up inviting her and one of her coworkers back to our hotel. I didn't want them to come to the room we had though, so I booked a second hotel room that night for them. When the two of them are in the room, I'm like laying on the bed, throwing singles all around. And I'm starting to sober up a little bit. And I'm realizing these two girls are not that attractive at all, and I wasn't really in love.
She's a stripper.
I am not a stripper. I'm an exotic dancer. There's a big difference.
What?
A stripper does not go up and down the pole. An exotic dancer does.
Okay, so Cortez, you need to get it straight. She's
Please.
an exotic dancer. So
It's a big difference.
I mean, Brandon, do you think of an exotic dancer and a stripper as being the same thing, or do you see those as different?
No, I can clearly tell you.
I don't care if you're tired of nachos, you're still gonna eat it.
Women.
So basically, it's not all sunshine and rainbows over here. I spend a lot of time on this account glorifying my job and talking about how much I love being a dancer, but I thought I would make a video kind of pointing out some of the cons, because I, in no way, shape, or form, want these young people to look up to me that follow me on this account and think that it's all sunshine and rainbows over here. Number one, which is also a pro, but in a lot of ways can be a con, is the money. The money in this industry is extremely inconsistent. You never know what you're going to make day to day, week to week, month to month, or even yearly, and so that can be really hard for a lot of people to budget or fall back onto, and then you realize you're not making the same that you were before. There's been times when I've made thousands of dollars in one night, and then the next night I literally make $0, and so that inconsistency can be really, really hard for a lot of people.
Financial instability. Yes, there are some girls who work at these clubs in these bigger cities who will walk out with 10 grand in a night. I've also seen girls walk out with $10 in a night. You can't really plan for things, and I know that this made me, especially with my credit, really hard, getting things like a car, a house, etc.
To all the girlies who want to be a dancer so bad, don't do it. This is not your sign. Any video you see, this is not your sign. You know how rare it is to get a club that's like consistent like that? It's very hard. It's not very easy. I worked and I only made $4. 2 girls out of all the girls I worked at made over 100 today. Like, I took off my clothes today for $4. Do you really think that's worth it? No! Don't say this is my sign. It's not! I promise. Stay to your office 9-to-5 job. You guaranteed money. Me not.
Hey everyone, Lilith here, talking about your day-to-day stuff. So I just want to talk about how everyone's like, oh my god, it makes so much money. And sometimes that's true, and sometimes it's not true. You can't sit around and be pretty. You gotta hustle the whole time. If you don't, you might not even make minimum wage.
you might not even come out with anything. You might do your tip out, you might pay your house fee, and then end up with nothing at the end of the night if you don't have a strategy.
Let me tell y'all something. These girls are glorifying being a dancer, but there are a lot of negatives to it. I was a dancer for 5 years at the age of like 17 all the way to like 23. More of the story, yes, you make money, but it comes with other things. Please be careful out here.
I see a lot of girls on here romanticizing stripping, but I want to give you the very raw truth of what it's like. This past week very much explains it all in a nutshell.
I did extremely well that night, but I got followed home.
In this job, you need to be very, very aware of your surroundings and always, always trust your gut. This is a very dangerous job. Not going to sugarcoat it. Men can be disgusting. Luckily, I was aware and I noticed and I called the police. I had never been so scared in my life and didn't sleep that night. And this is what I mean when I say not everyone can do this job. The money is nice, but you give so much to do it. And now I just want to show you the new bruises I got this week.
The negative side of being a stripper. Here we go. So surprisingly, I'd say number one is the money. I know you're gonna think like, what does she mean? The money is good. Yes, the money can be good, but then sometimes it's not good. There's nights you can make 1,000, 2,000, and then there's nights you make nothing. So every single night you are dealing with like a roller coaster of emotion, like, oh my god, am I gonna be able to afford this? Am I gonna be able to afford that? Or like, imagine if it's a really bad month or whatever. So you're always stressing about money. So yeah, money can be really good, but you constantly stressing and think like, oh, it's never enough, because then you've got things like a pandemic hitting you, and then you're like, oh my god, what am I gonna do?
What up, y'all? So I've been getting a lot of messages from ladies saying, can you please share some more videos? And one thing about it, I want to work on being more transparent and vocal about this, because I notice a lot of people get on this app and only share the glamorized aspects of being a dancer. They don't really get into it, and it can be very misleading for people who's trying to get into the industry. So I'm going to tell y'all the ugly truths of being a dancer. First things first, you are not going to make $1,000 every single day. You are not going to make a bag every single day. Please get that out of your head immediately. Exit out. It really be like that, to where there'll be 70 girls in the club and only 8 customers come in throughout the entire night. It really be like that sometimes, to where you have to stay down till you come up, and I'm left with as little as $13. It really be like that some nights, to where you're struggling to make $100. It is what it is.
Okay, but what if I'm never able to afford to move out? Like, and I'm struggling making money because the club is so dead. It's so dead.
A realistic money count as a in 2024. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40. That's it. That's always it.
Where are the $500 days? What happened to that?
Should I quit my job to become a stripper?
Well, I'll tell you. Reasons why you should not be a stripper. Especially with the progression of TikTok, it is so easy to just look at all these videos and see all these girls making all this money and be like, oh my god, why am I not doing this? It's not that they're lying or that these things aren't actually happening to people who dance, but it kind of glamorizes and brushes over the bad parts of it. So let's get into it. First of all, dancing is not for everyone, and it's not for anyone forever. There will come a point where you physically can no longer do it. You are going to get old, your ankles are going to give out, you will most likely develop knee problems.
Yes, so I just found out like a lot of people don't know that strippers pay to work. So basically you go in and like depending what shift you work, what club you're at, the rate is different. My home club was really, really low compared to every other club I've ever been to. There was a couple like go-go bars I danced at in Jersey, and their house fees were crazy, but it was after 7. So if you got there at 7 p.m., which is way too early if you're trying to stay till 2 a.m., then you only had to pay $25, I think, and then like after 7 it just kept getting higher. So if you came at like 10, your house fee is almost like $100, if not over $100, depending on the day. Miami's house fees are ridiculous. It's like $300 after tip out and house fee that you were spending just to have work. So if you didn't make $300, you made negative money and nobody cares.
My second point is going to be about bad days. Like,
Yes, you see girls on TikTok and YouTube taking home thousands of dollars a day. And that's fantastic. It feels amazing when you do. But it makes those bad days feel even worse. Because there's going to be days you take home $50, $0. The club is slow as fuck and everyone's making you mad. It's hard to realize how much that takes a toll on your mental health. When you have these amazing days and then you have these horrible days, I think it makes your self-worth very tied to like income and tangible items. And it's a really unhealthy cycle that I've had to battle, and every other dancer I know has also had to battle because it looks really flashy and glamorous. But like I said, this job will make or break you, so choose your battles wisely. Since TikTok is very much glamorizing the dancing scene right now, I feel like it's really important that I go over the dangers of the job.
$120 for a 7-hour shift? Yikes. Okay, so yep. It was about 7.5 hours. $10 difference with the food, but if that $10 would have been added to the money that I made that day, this would have been a little bit higher, but that's still, let's just say, like $18 an hour. And $18 an hour isn't terrible. This video wasn't to say, hey, you're going to make $300 every night, you're going to get rich, this is a get rich quick scheme, because it's not. They think that all this money is in that industry and they're going to make so much money, but little do they tell these girls that literally their self-respect goes down the drain. You really start to hate yourself, and your mental health just goes down the drain along with everything else.
You got girls in here that are literally having to do extras, go in the back, you feel me, to make that money, because they're not really just getting it from talking and being on stage and being able to really do tricks and dance and have a good clientele in that aspect. They have to go and offer extras to everybody that walk in the club. And now if that's something that's up your alley and you feel comfortable with doing that, go ahead and take your Desert True Club, by all means. You feel me? I'm not putting the girls down because I've done it.
I was gonna get my nails done.
You about to go do that right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's for real shit. How you gonna get them done?
I don't really know yet.
Okay, then go ahead and get them purpose, man. Well, shit, look, just come and call me back. After you get them done, we'll just FaceTime. And I'll let you know the plans after that.
I mean, that's it. Like, you're not gonna ask for my cash up or nothing?
Your cash out for what?
You invited me on a date and I need my nails done. I mean, I thought it would click in your head when I'm telling you I'm going to get my nails done.
No, I asked you on it. I'm not waiting. Hold up. Let that go. I gotta get your nails done to take you on a date.
Yes, you do. Like, if you invite me on a date, I have to look a certain way. And it's your job as a man to make sure I look like that. Like, baby, who raised you? It seems like your parents failed.
You just said it though. I'm not your man yet.
Okay, but you're trying to be. Taking me on a date mean you trying to be my man, right?
I'm trying to be.
Okay, so you need to show me that you even worthy of me giving you my goddamn time.
Wow, that's crazy. I pay for my girl dates, but I'm still trying to get to know.
It's giving broke energy. It's giving broke energy. It's giving broke. It's giving broke. It's giving broke. Y'all do so sassy.
You